What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Ruben, and I'm back with another video. Sorry, it's been a little while, but for today's video, I wanted to give you guys an update and also go over some stuff that I have done so far for my KLR 650 to get it ready for this new riding season. Around this time of year, for the past 2 years, especially when it comes to this bike, I have made spring maintenance videos. Everyone is pulling their bikes out of their garage, getting them ready for the riding season. And so to continue with that tradition of spring maintenance videos, wanted to go ahead and make this introductory video. I'm not going to be doing too much work today. I just wanted to go over more of just an update and also things that I've done already so far. So just to get things started, the first thing that I did was, or really, rather, let me guys explain to you the persistent issue that I was actually having with my KLR for the past quite a while. I think this issue really started sometime in summer last year, which was very odd. The bike would run and idle, also would get up to speed somewhat, but I had this very, again, inconsistent issue where when I would come to a stop, or when I would try to put it in gear to go from a standstill to start to accelerating from a red light or something like that, sometimes the bike would just cut off. And I never understood why. To kind of counteract this, or to counter it, I would just hold on the throttle a little bit just to keep the revs up. And, you know, last year I was like, is it the valves? Is it, I don't know, is it a dirty carb? You know, what could be this issue, right? And I've been dealing with this persistent, dealing with this persistent issue for the past so many months, you know, that it kind of deterred me from wanting to ride the bike. Last year, we already reached our ROI mileage, and so I was kind of already happy with it and just happy to get whatever mileage I could out of it. But I wasn't really keen on relying on the bike much anymore, especially since life has changed and I'm not really too fond of riding around in over 100-degree weather or in freezing weather anymore. But anyway, with all that said, the issue was that the bike would cut off unexpectedly. And I spent the last month, or maybe even more, going through taking the carb off, I don't know how many times. I have probably taken it off more than 10 times at this point. I removed the MCP kit. I thought that was an issue. I put everything stock. I replaced a lot of different parts. I got full rebuild kits like twice. I did the whole nine, constantly going back to the carb, watching the carb video from like MCP Performance, because he has a great explanation video, over and over and over again. And what I finally did is I was finally doing some research regarding possible reasons why the bike would just cut off, randomly. And one of the possibilities that came up was actually the side stand safety switch. Okay. And I came across this video by Brick House Builds, right? showing you how to delete the side stand safety switch, and that's something that I've done. So if you guys want a full tutorial, I really want to give him credit because it's his video. So check him out. I'll leave a link in the description. But basically what he did, I'm gonna just go ahead and get this here because I already got it off my bike now. So basically, the way that it sits in your bike, you have behind this cover, this little switch would sit here, and like so, and it actuates when the kickstand is down. It pulls this little switch down. It sends a signal up the wire to allow your CDI to know, hey, it's safe to go ahead and start the bike because the kickstand's down. If you try to put it in gear while the kickstand's down, it's supposed to cut off the bike as a safety feature, right? They don't want you going off while your kickstand's down. That's typically how it should work. As time goes on, these things can fail and get kind of iffy, and it starts to think that your kickstand is down all the time, and that could be due to just wear on this spring, or again, just an electrical issue. So the main thing that you can do is just cut the wire, and you can loop it so it's constantly sending a signal because it senses a ground, right? And I will show you guys that in just one moment. So this is where mine is. Underneath here is going to be a little red clip of some sort, and what I did is I took those wires, soldered them together here. So now it's just a constant loop within the system, and it's sensing that there's a ground, which means that the bike is going to start up regardless if the kickstand is down or up. So I'll demonstrate that now. Put the kickstand up. All right. So that's no longer a failure point. And since I did that, the bike doesn't stop anymore. It doesn't cut off anymore randomly, and that completely solved my issue. So if that's something that you guys are having trouble with when it comes to the KLR, your bike cuts off, randomly, and you've literally exhausted all your other options, do this side stand safety switch mod. It's going to, I shouldn't really say that. You should, if you want to, go ahead and actually repair it because it is a safety feature. However, doing this mod, do it at your own, risk. This way, you don't have to worry about that being a failure point. Okay. Some folks also, there's another safety switch that's on the clutch. I did not do that one. That one just makes sure that the bike only starts when it's in neutral. You can also disable that, so the bike will literally start no matter what gear it's in. I decided not to do that. I'm fine with that safety feature being disabled right now. So just be mindful, make sure your kickstand is up, be diligent about that. And that's all I have to say about that. As far as maintenance plans, I have on my to-do list, which I've had on my to-do list for a long while, to get my rear tire replaced. We're going to drain out the fork oil, replace that. We are going to grease the wheel bearings and things of that nature, as we always do, just the general regular stuff. Look at brake pads. I know last year I didn't really ride all that much you know, as after I actually reached my ROI mileage. And so this bike has mostly been sitting due to the issue that I just explained. But again, it was still used on occasion. But this year, I'm looking to do some more commuting and also some trips. I don't really plan to put too many miles on it, but you know, we'll see. And so stay tuned for those types of videos. And before I leave, I also want to give you guys an update on my garage, really. Last time we were in here, I got rid of my RX-3. I said farewell to that and set out, you know, I was going to do something with the space. And my garage has kind of always been chaos, right? It's still a bit of chaos, but now it's some organized chaos. I got some shelves now, and this is what I'm really the most proud of. I made myself a little home gym out of the spot where the RX-3 used to be. And it does get used. So really proud about that. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for some more maintenance videos. And once again, check out this video by Brickhouse Builds if you're interested in disabling your kickstand safety switch. All right. As always, stay safe out there and peace.